Okay guys, we're going to go over the DVC Limited real fast. It started out this video and I was going to compare it to standard 1911, or actually, pardon me, my modified 1911 that I have for USPSA single stack. I don't think that's going to work. The two have so few similarities, even with this being a modified race gun, that it's going to be hard for me to do that. So we'll just go with what the DVC is. The DVC started out life as a standard STI Edge style gun, which is their full length dust cover and their full profile slide. They then took it and they added on the Extreme Shooter's grip. They changed the hammer and sear from what they normally use in their Edge, and they've taken and milled the slide and titanium nitride coated the barrel. Whenever they did the hammer and sear change out, they also switched to a slightly lighter trigger pull. So, sorry to show you guys, it's empty. Trigger pull is what STI claims from the factory is 2 pounds. It feels like it's a little bit more than that. On the trigger pull gauge, it showed at 2.5, so it's slightly higher, but not by much. And you know, I can have that tuned up by the same guy that did my single stack trigger and be sub 2 pound, no problem. Some things that I really didn't like about the gun that I wanted to change. So the magwell is changed out already. It's a Dawson ice magwell. The STI magwell, while it's fine, just didn't really ever felt like it fit my hand, and because of that I wanted to go with a slightly different one. The other thing is the Dawson Ice has these replaceable inserts. That's what an insert looks like for it, that if you scuff them up or whatever, once you've scuffed them up you can replace them out. It's not a big deal. They're like $15 or something like that, so super easy. The titanium nitride coated barrel is amazing. I don't know whose idea it was to put this coating on a barrel, but whoever it was a stroke of genius. Well done. I'm pretty sure it was probably some custom gunsmith that was like, you know what, I really like that gold barrel. I want to have the additional hardness of TIN coating, and hey, let's make it happen. STI has done this with the factory barrel, and you can see there on the inside of that barrel there is still TIN coating on it. That is freaking incredible. This barrel has roughly 5,000 rounds through it, so that's incredible. And some of that was like for break-in. I was using Winchester White Box 165 grain, so that's impressive. The guide rod I've already swapped out. It normally comes with a Dawson toolless guide rod. I've swapped it up to a tungsten guide rod from EGW. That gives me a little more weight over the front end to keep the front end down, so it's nice. Changes that I plan on making, I'm going to swap this out to an Ed Brown style safety, that like what I've got on here. It's a double-sided one. Reason I want to do that, that gets my grip, where the grip on the gun feels very similar to this one, short of the width, like, you know, the actual circumference of the grip. What that allows me to do is I've got roughly 50,000 rounds through this gun. I've replaced all the springs in it a couple of times, and even had to hammer down the frame rails once. This gun doesn't have that round count, but by having all my index points pretty similar, it allows me to get a jump start on how well I'm shooting this gun. So that'll be good. The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to swap this front side out and this rear side out for ones that are slightly wider. So I'm going to go to a 120 notch on the rear here and a 110 width on the front side post. That gives me the exact same dimensions as this gun for my sight, And what that allows me to do is just run the gun almost the exact same, which consistency is key to success here. If you all have any questions about this gun or want to see some shooting videos of it, let me know. If you all have any questions about this gun and want to see some shooting videos of it, let me know. The other thing, one last piece before I hang up the camera here. If you look at this, this is a .40 caliber round that I've loaded for it. So far it is super reliable. It's basically running at 100%. The reason for that is the length on this bullet is 1.189. To give you an idea, a standard .40 caliber bullet is significantly shorter than that. In fact, if I can find... There we go. Here's the 165 grain Winchester white box. It is 1.12 in overall length. If you were to look at those two side by side, they don't even look like they're for the same caliber. So that is one of the key differences between a 1911 style handgun and something along the lines of, say, this Smith & Wesson M&P and .40 caliber. The overall length required to reliably run the gun is significantly longer, and the chamber is cut for that. If I were to take this round and try to put it into the M&P mag, it doesn't fit. It doesn't clear the front of the mag lip there. Whereas this handy dandy short 165 fits in there like a champ. So those are the key differences, along with one major difference between it and most other .40 caliber handguns. If you have any questions, give me a shout. Thanks.